4 high schools, 7 middle schools, 1 college, and a university, and much more. Now introducing your most comprehensive weekly local sports show in Madison County, the Richmond Register Sports Show. The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Central Kentucky Pressure Washing, Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms. Here's your host for all things local sports, the Richmond Register sports editor, Nathan Hutchinson.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Richmond Register Sports Show. My name is Nathan Hutchinson. I'm the sports editor of the Richmond Register, and we very much appreciate you tuning us in this week. Coming up here in just a minute, we will have soccer players from Madison Central and Madison Southern. We will have Peyton Artery and Presley Lockmiller from Madison Central, and we will have Claire Kress and Rebecca Christopher from Madison Southern. They're here to recap 2 great seasons that the Madison Central and Madison Southern girls soccer teams had, and both teams advanced to the semifinals of the 11th region last week, and we'll be here to talk a little bit about that in just a minute. But as we always do, we like to start off the show with a recap of the past 7 days in Madison County sports, and we'll start off with some high school football action. In Madison Central, the Indians just keep on rolling. 7th straight win. They went over to Winchester and picked up a 43-7 win over long-time ancient rival Clark County on Friday night. And for the 2nd straight week, it was just a dominant performance by the running attack. 371 yards on the ground, 6 rushing touchdowns. Brady Hensley, 22 carries, 245 yards, 4 touchdowns. Adrian Parks, 13 carries, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns. In the past 2 weeks, Madison Central has 12 yards passing, but they haven't had to throw the ball because they've run the ball so effectively, and they just keep rolling over everybody. So 7-1 on the season after a 7th straight win. They're 2-0 in the district. That sets up a big matchup Friday here in Richmond. Bryan Station is 2-0 in the district as well. So Station versus Central for the regular season district championship and the number 1 seed heading into the playoffs. After the game, we got a chance to talk to Adrian Parks and Cain Ellington.
We are here at George Rogers Clark High School, where Madison Central's improved to 7-1 with a 43-7 win over the Cardinals. That's Cain Ellington. That's Adrian Parks. Guys, Adrian, you guys the rush attack just continues to churn out yards. You got several different guys who can carry the ball. Just talk about what you guys' approach is offensively with the running attack.
Well, running attacks, we really just try to like pound them in. You know, we just try to power them through and stuff like that. And they really have me as like an unexpected person and just run outside. So.
Yeah, and the guys up front, starting with the big guys up front, do all the work, and you guys run through the holes, right?
Yes. All our touchdowns up to them.
Okay. Well, Caden, you picked up that fumble there early, and you guys defensively, I mean, you don't have Kenyatta, and then Edrin got ejected for kind of a targeting call, but defensively you guys rallied around, and kind of what do you guys do with two leaders out there like that?
We just go hard at practice, take our coaching as much as we can. Really, we just try to really take our coaching, basically just doing work, basically take our coaching, make sure we're doing things right, make sure we're reading the play how it's supposed to be read, and we just like to keep on moving.
Yeah, and you picked up the fumble there. Kind of walk us through that play.
Well, I seen the ball get poked loose, so I see it just rolling. I pick it up, but I low-key slide. but I get it, get good yardage from it. It really helped us out.
Yeah. Adrian, 7-1 now, 7 straight wins. Y'all got to feel pretty good about where you're at.
Yes, sir.
Yep. And 2-0 in the district, too, so to set up a district first-place matchup next week with Bryan Station.
Yep.
All right. Well, congratulations, guys.
Well, thanks to Adrian and Caden for taking a minute after the game to talk to us. An interesting side note, before that interview, I asked Caden Ellington a couple weeks ago, the Central had a big field goal block at the end of the Pikeville game, which secured a victory, and could not for the life of me. We looked at video, we looked at replays, we looked at the still images, and we thought it was Caden Ellington who blocked the kick, and he did confirm that it was him. I know some other folks had said it was another person blocked it, but we got to give credit to Caden Ellington because he got in there and got the block on that a couple weeks ago. So once again, another great performance from the Madison Central defense. They did force 2 turnovers And it's been a remarkable turnaround from the last 2 seasons where they won just 1 game each, and now they are 7 straight wins and in first place in the district in the top 10 among Class A schools. And the thing about the running attack is we talked last week about how it's very ironic that a coach like Mike Holcomb, who made really a name for himself over at Breathitt County, throwing the ball around so much was really now relying so much on the running game. But quote of the year after the game, I called him and he said, "I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but if something's working, you stick with it." So, and it's certainly working for the Madison Central Indians right now. So really about 800 yards rushing between the last 2 games. So with a great staple of backs. And even after Kenyatta Harge went down with a season-ending knee injury, they have continued just to run the ball. So like I said, big game Friday night. That'll be for the regular season number 1 seed in the district, number 1 seed Station and Central, 7:30 here on Friday night in Richmond. Madison Southern went on the road to face its last district opponent of the season in West Jessamine, and Madison Southern was up 14-0, and then up 14-13 at the half, and then up 22-13. But West Jessamine tied the game up late, and actually took a 28-22 lead. Southern came back and tied the game, but a good kickoff return off a short kick gave West Jessamine the chance to get a long run back, and the Colts scored with about 1.5 minutes left and went on to pick up a 34-28 win over Madison Southern. The Eagles fall to 2-7 on the season. They finish up district play at 1-3. I can't say enough once again about just the determination of these kids. Southern has about 30 kids right now. They've been decimated by injuries. They also had health and safety protocol issues as well. But they lost Walt Smith, their senior leader, to a season-ending knee injury. And these kids just keep fighting and fighting and fighting. And it was really sad to see they couldn't hold on to that lead there. But it was Rocky Whitehead with a pair of touchdown runs, Stephen Perkins with a touchdown catch from Cole Carpenter, and Jay-Sean Etheridge had a big, long touchdown run as well. But just a tough loss for a team that just keeps battling and battling and battling. And after the game, our good buddy Ricky Elkins was over in Nicholasville and had a chance to talk to Madison Southern coach John Clark.
Coach John Clark with the Madison Southern Eagles. Tough loss here, 34-28. Coach, you led the whole game, and just a few, probably 2 mistakes, and this game would have been a different game.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. When you're as thin as we are, we've had so many, been decimated by injuries. When you're as thin as we are, guys don't leave the field. And when guys don't leave the field, you basically have to play a perfect game to win it in the end. There's just not a lot of room for mistake and error, and unfortunately we make mistakes because we're not perfect, and it's hard to finish the game out.
It was pretty much a battle throughout the game. Your running game seemed to really just go right off.
Well, we've been running the ball well the last 3 games. The problem is penalties are killing us. False starts, holding, something's always backing us up to 2nd and 3rd and long, and 2nd and 3rd and long is not going to help us. And we really screwed ourselves with field position tonight. We're down to our 3rd and 4th string kickers, so trying to kick off and cover when we're just, it's not the kid's fault. It's just, we're kicking with guys that don't normally kick. So field position and a kickoff return for a touchdown really hurt us tonight.
Okay, next week, got a week off. Any plans for that?
Yeah, we need to rest a little bit. We need to rest. We need to watch tape. We need to study. But we need to rest our bodies and get some of these guys that have played every snap for the last 8 weeks a little bit of rest.
Now, who's your next opponent?
Franklin County at home.
Okay. Well, good luck. Tell me a little bit about them. Let's just talk quick.
I don't know anything about them yet. I'll figure them out next week.
Okay. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Coach Clark, and thanks to our buddy Ricky Elkins for getting that interview for us and getting us some great pictures as well from that game. It was a foggy night over there in Nicholasville, as you could see from some of the pictures and everything. So that wraps up district play for Southern. They are 1-3 in the district. They will finish as the 4 seed, and which means likely a rematch with Woodford County in the first round of the playoffs in a couple of weeks. But Southern is off this week. We'll be back in action to wrap up the regular season on October 29th at home against a very tough Franklin County squad. Berea Community was back in action after 2 weeks away. They had an open week and then had to have a COVID cancellation of their first district game. But they loaded up the buses and headed up to Eminence up in Henry County on Friday night and suffered a 47-28 loss. The Pirates fall to 3-5 on the season, 0-2 in the district. They had not played in 2 weeks, like I said, so Coach Parks was a little bit afraid they might get out to a little bit of a slow start. And actually that didn't happen, though, because on the first drive of the game, they got right down, had 1st and goal, and fumbled the ball away on the 1 yard line. and Eminence took advantage of that, and the Warriors were up 20-0 at half. The Pirates did come back and score 4 second-half touchdowns, all on the ground, 2 by Jaden Cunningham, 1 by Yamel Cruz, and 1 by quarterback Jason Coburn. So that is the 28th straight district loss for Berea. They have not won a district game since I think it's 2014. So they'll try to get off that schneid, though, this week at home in their final district matchup with Frankfurt at home down at Dewerson Stadium. 7:30 Friday night. EKU football, man, what what a game this was Saturday night. I did not make the trip to Conway, Arkansas, but thank goodness for ESPN Plus, so I could sit home and on my couch and watch. And the Colonels at one point trailed 35-13 to Central Arkansas. There was only 8:13 left in the third quarter, but the Colonels scored the final 25 points of the game and rally for a 38-35 win over the Bears. The Colonels go to 5-2 on the season, 2-0 in the AQ7 ASUN WAC Challenge conference that they're in this year. Just remarkable comeback. It looked like they were completely out of gas. But this is funny because they played down there last year. These two teams have actually played 3 times in the last 350-some days. They played twice last year and once this year. But the game last year down in Conway, EKU was down 24-0 and scored 25 straight points as well to take a 25-24 lead, only to see Central Arkansas score the final 2 touchdowns of the game and pick up a win. This time, Central Arkansas had a chance to come back and tie this game, but late in the game, it was a field goal block by Joseph Sales that gave the Colonels a 38-35 win. 3 Patrick Nations field goals in this game, 41, 47, and 25 yards. Patrick McKinney had 3 touchdowns, 2 passing, 1 rushing. His 40-yard touchdown run with 7:39 left in the fourth quarter gave the Colonels their first lead of the game. Brandon Sloan, the Kentucky kid, he had his first college touchdown catch. Keandre McGlure had his first college touchdown run, and Jaden Higgins had a touchdown catch as well. On the flip side, Tyler Hudson of Central Arkansas, 9 catches for a school record 251 yards and a touchdown. He was the one that kind of got the Bears offense going there in the first half. But Matt Wilcox had 11 catches for EKU for 67 yards. And like we said, the Colonels' 4th straight win. And just like Madison Southern, they will be off this week. So an open week for EKU. They'll be back in action on October 30th at home against Lamar. Moving on to high school soccer. And this was 11th Region Tournament week. And it started off on Monday with the quarterfinals at various sites across the region. And we'll start off with the boys. And Madison Central headed into the region tournament undefeated, 19-0-1. They were scheduled to take on a team they had already beaten 8-0 this season in Great Crossing. But in probably one of the most stunning upsets I've seen in a long time, Great Crossing scored a goal in overtime to pick up a 3-2 win over Madison Central. It was a young man named Aiden Bryan from Great Crossing who had all 3 of their goals, and really a stunning defeat for a team that had not lost in almost a year. Madison Central wraps up the season 19-1-1, and it was Sam Hughes and Chris LaGrange with goals in that game. But heartbreaking loss to an unbelievable season for the Indians. Madison Southern went on the road for the first round of the region tournament on Monday night and took on Frankfurt. That game was back and forth all night long, but it was Frankfurt that got a goal with about 10 minutes left. That was the difference maker, and the Panthers picked up a 3-2 victory. It was Rue Limmer with 2 goals. Hayden Jakoblowski and Cam Heshemy had the assist, and Austin Shepard in goal had 7 saves. And it was Madison Southern finishing the season at 11-7-2. On Monday night was also the girls' first round games, or quarterfinals, if you want to look at it that way. And it was Madison Southern, the 44th district runner-up, going on the road up to Great Crossing to take on a team that they had lost to 2-0 a month ago on the same field. But the Lady Eagles turned that around and picked up a 1-0 win. It was their first ever region tournament victory in the history of the school. Carly Hutchemy banged in a rebound on an assist from Kaylee Mauberly with about 10 minutes left in the first half, and Claire Crest made 22 saves to hold up that 1 goal. And I said that was the first ever region tournament victory in school program history for the Lady Eagles. And so that was in Georgetown on Monday night in Richmond. The first game of a doubleheader over at Bellevue. It was Madison Central picking up a 2-1 win over Sayre. These two teams had also played earlier in the season up in Lexington. And Central had picked up a 3-1 win, and they got off to a flying start in the rematch on Monday. Sarah Heimer and Tristan Hornsby scored within the first 5 minutes. It was 2-0. Looked like it was going to be a nice, easy breeze into the semifinals for the Lady Indians, but the score remained that way until late in the second half when Sayer got a goal and things got very, very interesting. But Becca Gordon made 5 saves, and the Lady Indians were able to hold on for a 2-1 win that got them into the region semifinals for the first time since 2016. And after the game, we had a chance to talk to Coach Steve Nash, Tristan Hornsby, and Callie Lloyd.
All right, we're back here at Bellevue where the Madison Central Lady Indians have defeated Sayer 2-1 to advance to the semifinals of the 11th Region Tournament for the first time since 2016. Stephen Nash, the coach, Tristan Hornsby, Callie Lloyd. Coach, it got really interesting there late. You had a 2-0 lead early, and it stayed that way, and then they got a kind of a quirky goal, and then things got tight.
Yeah, absolutely. We scored 2 early goals, like you said, and we had to defend there for several minutes. It's always tough to do that and not give up a goal, but we hung in there and we were able to seal the win, so that's what's most important.
Yeah, I guess, Tristan, you guys have learned that every second counts after what happened on Saturday, so until that last second ticked off, I'm sure you guys were fighting as hard as you could.
Yeah, we were just following every shot and giving her all the whole, because we've never done this before, so it's kind of big for us. 110% all the time.
Yeah. And Callie, you were matched up against a girl who had 39 goals. You marked her pretty much the whole game, and she didn't really get too many good looks. But that's usually the assignment you draw,
right,
and
yes,
you kind of thrive on that. So.
I love that. It just fuels me, I guess. I don't know.
What approach you take against her?
I don't know. I know she's very fast, so if I could maybe get a head start of her already, if the ball was kicked, just get in front of her. Just her foot skills. She does little foot skills, but always just wait for them to make the mistake.
Yeah, and of course you guys played them not that long ago, Tristan, but you had 4 starters out in that game, and so it's kind of hard to compare, I guess, the 2 games, but what did you guys take from that one?
We knew it'd be a different game with everyone there, and we just kind of build on what we did last game to try to improve.
Yeah, like I said, Coach, it's been 6 years or 5 years since these kids got to the semifinals, so it's got to be great for everybody and to get that far and to still be going.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great. We've been fighting all season to get to this point, and just happy where we're at, and we'll just get ready for whoever the winner is between Catholic and Western Hills. So.
All right. Well, we'll see you Thursday at Sayer. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys. And the semifinals of the 11th Region were on Thursday over at the Sayer Athletic Complex, just off exit 104 there in Lexington. First game up was Madison Southern and Henry Clay, and it was Henry Clay got a really early goal and got up to a quick lead and picked up a 2-0 win over Madison Southern. Claire Crest did have 20 saves in that game. It really kind of kept the Lady Eagles around, but they didn't really weren't able to generate a whole lot of offensive chances. Summer Stanton had a good look at the net in the first half, but that was really about it. Southern season ends at 11-7. In the nightcap, it was Lexington Catholic 2, Madison Central nothing. Becca Gordon made 10 saves and really kind of kept the Indians in that game until just before half when Catholic was able to get a goal, and then they got another goal early in the second half to really put that game away. The Lady Indians finish up 14-6-1, and just if anybody's interested, it was Lexington Catholic who did go on to beat Henry Clay in the final on Saturday afternoon, 3-1, third straight district or region title for Lexington Catholic. Last week of the high school volleyball season was last week, and not a whole lot of games, but the 44th district tournament will be this Monday, tomorrow, over at Model. The first round games are Madison Central versus Model at 5:30, then Madison Southern versus Berea Community at 7:30. The final is scheduled for Tuesday at 6:30, and these are actually in the gym over at Model, not at Eastern Kentucky University, but at the gym at Model. So, like I said, it was the last week of the regular season. There was limited action to report on, but Madison Central had a couple of games. They picked up a 3-0 win over South Laurel, and then suffered a 3-0 loss to Tate's Creek. In the win over South Laurel, it was Avery Rigney with 14 kills and Ananiah Hughley with 10 kills. And the Madison Central Lady Indians wrap up the regular season with a 19-12 record. They'll be the number 1 seed in the district tournament. Madison Southern played just one game last week, but they did pick up a win. They beat Western Hills 3-1 on Thursday. It was 25-21, 25-11, 20-25, and 25-23. It was Kayla Atkins with 11 digs, 10 assists, 5 kills, and 4 aces. And those 4 aces gave her the school record for aces. She now has 231. which is ahead of Sarah Mitchell, who is now playing volleyball at EKU. So Madison Southern wraps up the regular season at 17-7, and like I said, we'll be back in action on Monday over at Model against Berea Community. And Berea Community had a busy week. Actually had 3 games last week, coming back out of COVID protocol. And on Monday they beat Lynn Camp 3-0. On Tuesday they lost to Lee County 2-1. And then on Thursday they wrapped up the regular season with a 3-0 win over Barberville. In that final win over Barberville, it was Sophia Dobbins with 26 digs, 21 kills, and 6 assists, and Taylor Johnson with 31 assists. Berea with a great season, kind of under the radar with as much other things that have been going on, but 20-9 on the season. So, like I said, they will take on Southern on Monday over at Model. And Model did not play last week. They wrapped up their regular season 2 weeks ago, and they will come into the postseason at 7-16. So we'll be there Monday and Tuesday for the district tournament. So, as always, check us out on social media. You'll find plenty of pictures, videos, interviews, and all kinds of good stuff. So, and as we move on to cross country. High school cross-country season, regular season is over, and the region meets will be this coming weekend. All 4 of our local Madison County teams will be at Masterson Station Park on Saturday. The Class 3A Region 7 race is scheduled for Saturday, and that's Madison Central and Madison Southern, while the Class A Region 5 meet also is on Saturday at Masterson Station Park, and that's at Berea and Model in that one. So the Class 3A meet is girls are at 3:30, boys are at 4:15, and of course Kiara O'Shea is the 3-time defending champion there, and will be the heavy favorite to win a 4th straight title. Brady Masters won the title last year for Central and was the runner-up the 2 years before that, and he will of course also be a heavy favorite to win that title as well. And the Class A race will be the girls at 1:30 and the boys at 2:15. So we'll have, I think our friend Ricky Elkins will be over there for us shooting that. He's a big cross-country guy, so we'll send him over there and get us some good picks and everything. So that's all we got for you this week. A lot of stuff to wrap up, and as we get a little further into the fall sports start to tick away, and we'll be heading up toward basketball before you know it, folks. And not only basketball, but wrestling and swimming as well. So lots of stuff to go. But here in just a minute, we will have Madison Southern's Claire Kress and Rebecca Christopher here with us to talk about their fantastic season, including the school's first ever region tournament victory. So thanks for watching. We'll be right back.
Do you want to sponsor the weekly Richmond Register Sports Show? Contact the Richmond Register, richmondregister.com, and of course on Facebook or Twitter. Get the Richmond Register directly to your mailbox, or get the app online and visit richmondregister.com.
Good morning. I'm here with Malachi Woods, the first 2-time winner of the IHOP Pancake Block of the Week for his game against Oldham. Presented here the 2nd trophy of the year, another card for free short stacks for a year, and another gift card. Congratulations. Good morning. Here with Noah Shipley to receive the IHOP Pancake Block of the Week for his game against Oldham. I'm here to present him with the trophy. Congratulations. Free camp pancakes for a year and a gift card for your friends and family.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Central Kentucky Pressure Washing, Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms.
Welcome back. We are joined by Madison Southern. You're both sophomores, right? Madison Southern sophomores Claire Kress and Rebecca Christopher. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Appreciate you coming on a chilly Sunday afternoon here. Well, you guys, I want both of your perspective on this because from the district tournament final until the region tournament game was really only about 48 hours. And you guys, suffered one of the absolute most crushing losses you could imagine. How did you all recuperate and regroup and get back and pull off and make history 2 days later to win your first ever regional? I mean, Alex, I want both your perspectives on that, because did coaches talk to you? Did you guys as a team come together? But how did you guys turn that thing around so quickly?
Well, we're always a team, and after that loss, we just really had to come together because we knew it wasn't over yet, and we knew that even though we lost that game, we felt like we didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of the same thing. We just had to come together as a team and realize the season wasn't over yet. We still had a game to play, and if we won, we can move on. It was really kind of, the loss kind of pulled us together more because we thought we have something to come for.
Yeah, like you said, at least it wasn't in the semifinals, it was
Yeah.
in the finals, so you knew you had another game. I think I told you that afterwards, right? You came walking by and you were kind of down, and I said, hey, you're not done yet.
Yeah, I mean, that made us work harder for what we knew we wanted, and we knew we could win in the region if we just worked harder and came together.
Yeah, because you guys played great crossing a team that you'd lost to, and they really kind of dominated that game. I think you made 30 saves in that game. So what was the game plan different from the first time you played them on the same field up there in Georgetown?
I mean, we kind of knew their game plan and how they played ahead of time, so we kind of shut them down early in the middle, which was where they're strong at. So I think that really helped us there.
Yeah, the first time we played them, we really didn't have a good game. Like, as a team, we didn't have a good game, but then we knew what to expect more coming in, and she's right, we shut them down in the middle, and we had more scoring opportunities.
Yeah, and Carly bangs in the rebound there to get you a 1-0 lead with about 10 minutes left before the half, and kind of what was the feeling at that point?
I kind of just felt like we had it after she scored, because I wasn't going to let anything in after that goal.
And you guys have complete faith in this young lady, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's walk through your season. You've had a crazy season. Was it against Franklin County you broke your nose, or which one? Lincoln County. Okay. So how did that happen?
Well, it wasn't all from the game, but I dove for a ball and I made the save, but my nose went into one of my players' legs.
So a little friendly fire there. But it was just a couple of days later. You played in the game against Central with the broken nose.
Yeah. I mean, I knew I was hurt, but I wasn't going to sit out just because of that. I mean, a little pain's nothing.
Yeah, and you had to wear that crazy face shield all year. How'd you adjust to that? And is that kind of tough to? Does it move on you, or is it strapped on there pretty good, or kind of how does that?
Strapped on me pretty good. I got used to it after a couple games, but I think it makes me tougher wearing it now.
Yeah.
I really don't mind it.
Yeah. She looked like the masked marauder back there or something.
I look pretty crazy.
All right, we're going over to the region game the other day. Henry Clay got a quick one on you, real quick, kind of a fluky goal. And you guys battled, but you really just couldn't get a whole lot of offensive scoring opportunities in that game. What did you see from that game?
I don't know. I feel like we came in kind of strong. The early goal, I feel like, brought us down a little bit, but we kept fighting. Obviously, the second goal was unfortunate. I feel like we weren't really ready for it. It was early in the second half. But we kept fighting. They had a lot of opportunities, and we did too. But in the end, it just didn't go in our favor.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we could have won that game, except for those two opportunities where they scored. But I feel like we could have beat them if it really came down to it. I wasn't on my game that day.
Yeah. Well, you missed your entire freshman season with an injury. Kind of tell us about that.
I mean, it was just a knee injury. I had tendonitis, and I couldn't really run. So I just had to sit out. It got better about halfway through their season, but I didn't want to come back and get it even worse. So this year I kind of got it all better and came out trying my best. So.
Yeah, and had a pretty good year. I mean, I think you led the team with 13 goals. You had to feel pretty good about how you jumped into the lineup.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I played with these girls for a long time, and so they really just kind of stuck with me, supported me. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, Claire, she has a strong headband game, doesn't she?
Yes, she always has one of a zebra headband.
Is it always the same one, or do you always?
I have two, but one of them's my oldest one, so it's kind of gross looking, and the other one is just a couple years older. But
you can wash it.
Yeah, I do. I wash them, but they just get stained. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did that start? Is it
when I was 7. I started wearing them.
Just to keep the hair out of your face? Is that?
I guess. I don't really know. I just kind of like it.
Yeah, well, hey, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
That's what matters. And Claire, I've talked to so many student athletes over the years, high school kids in particular, who end up playing for their parents. Some like it, some hate it. Some won't say that out loud, but I mean, you play for your mom. Is that, I mean, obviously you seem kind of inseparable for the two of you over there on the sideline. So it seems like you enjoy playing for your mom.
Yeah, I enjoy playing for her. I mean, she pushes me to work harder, but she doesn't like put it on me so much that I don't want to play. I enjoy it. I think it helps me a lot playing for her.
Yeah, and I've been doing this for a long time, and you are one of the most aggressive goaltenders I've ever seen play at the high school level. I'll never forget the first game I saw you play was last season on the turf field over at Southern. Right. I think it was South Laurel. I can't remember.
No, it was Lincoln County.
Lincoln County. It was always Lincoln County up there. But you ran out to about the 30-yard line on the football field and like body blocked some girl coming in and threw her down like you were a linebacker. But that's just your style. You're very aggressive in that net.
Well, I'll do whatever it takes to keep somebody from scoring on me.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought you were going to get red carded on that one.
I thought I was too.
It was her first varsity start and she's going to get red carded. But
I think they kind of felt bad for me.
Well, I've talked to your mom about that, and she said, "Hey, that's the way she's always been. That's the way we want her to be, and that's we're not going to change. Just your instinctual play, I guess."
Yeah, that's just how I've always been that way. I've always been aggressive, and I'll do whatever it takes to keep them from scoring.
Yeah. Well, just you guys. It's been a long time since you won a district title, but to get that region tournament win and do something that no one in the history of the entire school has done. Kind of what did that mean for both of you and for the program, Becky?
I mean, it was great, like we lost in districts. That was kind of a bummer. I know our school really wanted us to win, but coming in regionals and winning that first game, I know it meant a lot. And to the girls especially, for the seniors, because they really wanted to go into a high note. So it just felt really good for them, for everyone, because we've worked so hard this season and to get somewhere where we really wanted to be.
Yeah, it did feel good, especially for the seniors, and we couldn't have won that game without every person on that team. I mean, we played our hearts out, and even though we lost the district, it felt like we won just from that win.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys were 11-7-0, and you guys had some COVID issues too. You had some kids out during the year as well, and so kind of up and down. But I think everybody did this year as well. So, and you did lose 6 seniors off that team, but you got a bunch of kids coming back, including. You guys just sophomores, so plenty of good times ahead. So congratulations on your success. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
All right, we'll be right back.
The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Central Kentucky Pressure Washing, Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms.
Welcome back. We are joined by Madison Central's Presley Lockmuller and Peyton Artery. Congratulations, girls, on a great season.
Thank you.
You guys were 14-6-1, the 44th district champions, and got to the semifinals of the 11th region. You had a new coach this year. Steve Nash came in. I really didn't know much about him, but evidently he's very well known on the club scene, and club soccer and stuff. So you guys kind of both tell me a little bit what you thought about Steve and when he came in and kind of what impression he made on you guys.
I thought he was definitely a big change for us. It was a different coaching style. It was a whole new thing for a lot of girls, but I think it was a good change, and I think a lot of the girls adapted very well to it. I think they enjoyed him a lot.
He's a really good coach, yeah.
Yeah, he had he never coached any of you in club, but I think he knew some other people.
Yeah.
Like there were some connections there with some sisters and stuff, or relatives and connections there. So you guys, I guess, knew about him a little bit. I guess.
A little bit. We didn't know a lot, but I mean, it worked out.
Yeah. What kind? How's his style different than the past coaches?
Well, he worked us way harder than our last coach for sure.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing.
All right. He had us running a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that may not endear you to the new players when you come in as a coach and make them go run a whole lot.
Yeah.
But no, that's all right. I mean, obviously
it pays off in the end.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the district final game, you guys got to double overtime. And I was standing down there, and you guys all came over to the sidelines, and Steve came right up to you, and he said, "What do y'all want to do? Do you want to, sit back, or do you want to, push this thing and be aggressive and go for it?" And I think everybody in the group there said, "Let's go for it."
Mm-hmm.
So kind of take us into that moment where you're heading into the second overtime of the district championship game.
Yeah, we were like, we had nothing to lose, so we were just ready to put it all out and work hard for a win. Yeah.
I think you guys, had lost in the semifinals the year before, so you hadn't even gotten to you didn't get to the final, you didn't get to go to the region. So not only to get back to the final and win it, the first time since 2019, what did that mean for everybody over there?
I think there was a lot of pent up, not anger, but energy from that last year loss, and they wanted to just go for it. And I think it was either Tristan or Callie who stepped up and said, "Listen, we're going to go in and we're going to give it our all, and whatever happens, happens." And it meant a lot to me to win it for them and our seniors this year, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It was kind of a bittersweet. I mean, it was an own goal, but you guys put a lot of pressure on the end there. You kind of earned that opportunity. You guys put a lot of pressure on them and kind of forced a mistake. But any kind of bittersweet moment there that it was won in that fashion, I guess.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Because nobody wants to win like that. I mean,
yeah,
everybody wants to win, but you don't want to win like that.
Yeah, we went off field, and some of my friends and I, we thought didn't really feel like it meant anything, having that own goal, and yeah, it
still counts, and you still got the trophy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
and both teams still got to go to the region, and that was a great thing.
That was a great thing, yeah, but. Other than that, we felt like we didn't earn it as much as we thought,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's understandable. But, Presley, you came in a couple of years ago, transferred in from Model. You've played a lot of midfield and kind of in the back. I have to assume you look up to Callie Lloyd a lot in what she does. I mean, she is constantly the person who draws the best defender.
Yes.
Has to kind of mark that person, and you did that a little bit in the second half of the region semifinal game when she got pushed up a little bit. So, let's talk about Callie a little bit.
Oh, she's a fireball of energy. I mean, she's always trying to make us laugh, but I mean, when she gets down to business, nothing phases her. She can just go, and she just doesn't stop. I don't know how to explain it. I want what she's got.
Yeah.
But she definitely did. She's a big part of our team, and she'll be a big part next year with her speed and just her all-out go on the defense and offense.
Yeah, of course, she played mostly up on top. And talk a little bit about Tristan Hornsby and what her coming back from an injury last year, and she's kind of the leader of that offense.
Yeah, she did really good last year. I was surprised how really she came out after that. Every time she fell, it scared me though. Yeah, I was like, oh, is Tristan okay? Is Tristan okay? Yeah, and it was fun having her back up there with us.
Yeah, and the region the quarterfinal game, the first round game against Sayre. It's a team you played, team you beat 3-1. I don't think you didn't play in that game.
There,
you didn't play in that first game. That's right. Yeah, you had some health and safety protocol issues as we keep saying. Yeah. But how do you approach playing the same team twice? And
you have to go in it, even though you beat them, you can't go in thinking you've won it. You have to go in saying, okay, yes, we've won, but you have to get down and just play your game. You have to come together as a team and know that anything can happen in region. You have to just go all out at that point.
Yeah, I mean, you've beaten Sayre, I think it was 3-1 the first time you played them. You get 2 quick ones, it's 2-0. And then kind of a lull there, and they get one late, and things got interesting. Mm-hmm. A little more interesting than you guys would have liked.
Yeah, we were getting a little nervous towards there in the end when that ball, Becca said, it had a twist on it, and it slipped through her hands. And we were like, oh no, oh no.
Yeah, well, it's good you brought up Becca. She played a little bit. It was split time last year in goal. She's really kind of the full-time keeper this year. Did a pretty good job. I mean, what do you guys think of her taking over in the net full-time?
Yeah, she did really, really good. That last game we lost against
Lexington Catholic.
Lexington Catholic. She saved us a lot of goals. Yeah. She did really good. Yeah.
Yeah, she kept that game scoreless almost until halftime with probably at least a dozen really good saves.
Yeah.
Does she? did she spend a lot of money on hair dye? I mean, how many different colors was her hair this year?
Oh, I don't know.
was it only pink? Was it pink? It was pink last week.
I think it was. I don't know. She dyes her hair all the time, but I mean, it's funny.
Yeah, hey, have fun with it.
It's a look. I love it.
All right, well, you guys, like I said, 14-6-1 on the season. You did lose a few seniors. How many seniors did I write down? 5 seniors. So a lot of the core coming back. So you got to feel pretty good about next year moving forward, I guess.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of juniors, upcoming seniors coming up that I'm putting a lot of trust in, and I think we can really step it up this year. And I think we're going to bring a lot to the table.
Yeah. Another year forward. Think you guys can? What do you think about next year?
I think we could do it. I think if we're a pretty good team, so I think we could really get there and win regions or regionals, and yeah. Yeah,
that's what Coach Nash told me after the game. He said, "This is, you lose 2-0 to the. Actually, Lexington Catholic won their 3rd straight region, so to lose 2-0 to those guys." Yeah. He said this is building toward the future, and this is a good thing and moving forward. So and it's so cool that you and Central and Southern both get to the region semifinals, and that would have been so cool if you guys had played in the region final.
I was thinking
that would have been awesome.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, what if we play them again? Oh no, we got this.
We know one thing for sure: it would be a 1-0 game. So that's for sure. Because every time they play, it's 1-0. Well, thank you all for coming in. I appreciate it. And this will wrap up this week's edition of the Richmond Register Sports Show. This will debut every Sunday evening at 9 o'clock. And, of course, it will be on all of our social media sites as well, Richmond R Sports on Twitter, Register Sports on Facebook, and richmondregister.com. So have a great week. We'll see you next time.
Do you want to sponsor the weekly Richmond Register Sports Show? Contact the Richmond Register, richmondregister.com, and, of course, on Facebook or Twitter. The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Central Kentucky Pressure Washing. Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms. Thanks for watching the Richmond Register Sports Show. For more information about all things sports in Madison County, log on to richmondregister.com or on Twitter. And like us, Register Sports on Facebook. Get the Richmond Register directly to your mailbox or get the app online and visit richmondregister.com.